Hey guys, I'm Stephanie, and this is Steph Stove, and today I'm going to share with you how I make something that I enjoy, and hopefully you do as well, and it is homemade applesauce. Now, personally I found one of the easiest ways to make this is in this gem right here, my Instant Pot, and I want to show you how to do that in your Instant Pot as well. And if you don't have an Instant Pot, in the description I'll be sure to write the directions for stovetop or slow cooker so you can have a preference of how you'd like to do it. But today I'm going to show you how to do it in your Instant Pot. Super yummy, no sugar added, and so delicious. So let's get started and let's make us some homemade applesauce. Here we go. As we're getting ready to prep for our applesauce, one of the things we obviously have to have is apples. Now you can kind of use any kind of apples that you like. I am quite fond of Honeycrisp apples, so that's what I purchased. And I have here 10 Honeycrisp apples. If you say that seems like a lot, it just came right here in this about 4-pound bag. And so that's about the amount that you'll want. Now these aren't super big, so if you have large Honeycrisp or whatever your apples are, if they're extremely big, you'll probably need a little bit less. But what our goal is to wash these and cut these, and I'll tell you the measurement we'll need in just a minute. But when you get them, wash them thoroughly. Even though we're going to peel them, you still want to wash thoroughly. We're going to wash these and get these chopped up. So let's get them peeled and chopped. Here we go. All right, as we get ready to peel these, I found the best way you can do this is just with just a regular peeler here. The way you peel potatoes or anything else. You can do them with a knife if you don't have one of these. But the good thing about using this kind of peeler is it takes off minimal amounts of flesh. You'll just end up with the peels removed and not the flesh. I do have to kind of be a little slower because mine is extremely sharp. And I have cut the ends of my fingers if I get to going too fast. So we're going to get this one and go all the way around the top because we want all of that flesh left so we can cut it out. And again, over the little end of it. All right, so we'll end up just like this. So if you've never seen this, obviously we want it perfectly peeled. Now, as we get ready to chop these, I like to use an apple core because it just makes it easy. So just chop it down, get your little pieces out, pop them out, and then over here I've got, this is an 8-cup batter bowl, and I do have a couple of cups of water in here because as I chop these, obviously it'll take a few minutes for me to peel and chop these other apples. I don't want these turning brown in the meantime. So, a little piece there. As I just chop these in little pieces, I'll kind of show you. Just a couple of 4 like that. That's about what we're looking for. Just drop them in the water and then just continue on with the others. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these peeled and chopped, and we'll be back with our next step. Now I've got all of our apples peeled and chopped, and so I ended up with probably close to about 10 cups. And really you're looking for anywhere between 8. If you go up to 10, that's fine. I wouldn't go a little bit over this. So it's about 10 cups. And what you want to do, come in your Instant Pot, if you've never seen one, it's just a little insert. And I'm going to add my apples straight into it. And to our apples, I'm going to shift those around. We're going to come in and we're going to add just a little bit of seasonings to this, or spices. And the spices that I like to use in here are cinnamon, ginger, and nutmeg. So I have half a teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of ginger, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg. So I'm just gonna put them in there. Really, you don't have to do a lot of stirring around, just kind of push around to be sure that it is coated, just so you won't have a clump. And if you have some of your apples, you look in there that you have 1 or 2 that you missed cutting up, not a big deal, because it will get chopped. Next thing that we're going to add is water to this. Anytime you're cooking with an Instant Pot, you always need to add water to it. So usually you'll add 1 cup of water when you're cooking in the Instant Pot. For this, I'm going to add 2 cups initially. And then I'm going to add 2 1/2 of another cup. mainly just because I have so many apples in here. Now, I don't add any sugar to this. So at this point, I'm gonna come in, get this situated so I can get it lined up. Got a nice little beep. And then we are gonna come in and we're gonna pressure cook. We got it 7 minutes. And then we're gonna let it go. It is gonna start, mine automatically starts. If you're not familiar with the Instant Pot, one thing it does, it will signify that it's on. The next thing it will do, it'll come up to pressure. So in saying that it'll be 7 minutes, it'll be 7 minutes once it comes up to pressure. So we do need to be sure that our sealing is on in the back. And once our pressure comes on, it will start counting our time. And when it's finished, we'll come back and check it. All right, my Instant Pot has finished cooking. And now if you'll notice, my time is counting up and it's on 2 minutes. So and at this point, it's doing a natural release of the steam. And so I'm gonna let this continue on for a natural release for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to go release any remaining steam and we'll open it up and finish off this amazing applesauce. All right, my counter is actually on 12 now. So I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna release any remaining steam by just pressing the lever in the back. You never want to open it until you're sure that all of the remaining steam is out, or it will explode. Just keep waiting until all of that's out. Almost, as you can hear the sound is kind of releasing less and less. All right, and you also see in the back your little pin will drop. All right, so we'll do. Beautiful. Oh, looks so pretty. And it smells amazing. Amazing. Now, when you first take it out, I'm gonna move this over here to the side. When you first take it out, I'll cancel and turn it off. You'll see, it doesn't really look like applesauce right now. It's still right. So let's move over here and we'll see our next step. Now we've got everything moved over to the side. I moved my Instant Pot out of the way. And so I've got my batter bowl back here. And just to have a large strainer, I've kind of put a big strainer in here. I'm just gonna set it inside of my batter bowl because we need to drain, all of this liquid out. And one of the things I absolutely love about doing this is you get a bonus of this warm juice or warm apple cider that's going to be coming out of this. So again, I've had it strained over the batter bowl. So be very careful. Pour this very carefully to get most of that liquid out, because we do need to remove that liquid. Just do this slowly because you'll get quite a bit of liquid, because even though we added about 2 cups, 2.5 because I did more apples, you do get even more because apples by nature have a lot of liquid in them. Oh, so good. All of our apples in there. And I'm going to move this over. Give it just a little bit of time to drain. Now while we're draining, I'm just going to take this, just some little soft tongs, and I'm just going to kind of mash it together. And if you'll see, we're already getting our applesauce texture. So this is so So easy. And if you've never made homemade applesauce, oh, delish. So good. You can drain out kind of the amount of liquid that you want removed from it. Sometimes people like a little bit more liquid, a little less. That's fine. I do not add any sugar to this. So this is completely sugar-free, natural applesauce. And so good. So good. Got a little liquid in there, so I'm just gonna keep mashing to get that liquid out. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? Perfect if you're making this for little ones too, or big people that like it. I know I love applesauce. Just continue to get that liquid out because there is quite a bit. Remember, like I said, our apples have lots of liquid in them. You can use, during this, remember I use Honeycrisp apples, which have kind of a sweet, tart flavor. If you want more tart applesauce, use Granny Smith apples, or a combination would be really good. Definitely play with the flavors to get it. So it looks like we have everything drained out. Let me get this plated. Put my bowl over here. Beautiful homemade sugar-free applesauce. Yummy. Now I'm going to set that to the side because this beauty right here is our bonus that we've got. So in this, move this side so we can see our good measurement. I ended up with about 5 cups of warm apple cider as a byproduct of that, so even more delicious. And I'm not going to throw that away. I'm actually going to pour mine into a mason jar and save it, and at night heat it up, or in the morning and have a nice little treat as well. Perfect byproduct, warm apple cider. I'm Stephanie, and this has been Steph's Day. For today, we made homemade applesauce, sugar-free, with our wonderful byproduct, our warm apple cider that we drained from it. Just delish. This is a great recipe that you can make. It's still really warm. Look at that beautiful applesauce. No sugar added, perfectly healthy, and so good for you. Just a few spices and in the Instant Pot, perfect. So, I can taste, you can see that steam coming off. So good. Love it. I can't wait to enjoy a small bowl of this later. And another way that I like to enjoy applesauce, I'm not sure if you do as well, I actually like to eat it for breakfast with some cottage cheese. It is so good. One of my absolute favorites. So, I do hope you enjoy this recipe as well and give it a try with your family. As always, I know I don't always say this, but I do have all of the recipe instructions and the precise measurements listed in the description. So feel free to check those as well. And not only will I list the instructions for an Instant Pot, which is my preferred method, but I also try to include how to do it on the stovetop or in a slow cooker if that's a preferred method for you, so you can enjoy this as well. So remember, I'm Stephanie, and this has been Steph's Day. Give us a thumbs up, click that subscribe button for more great content like this. Remember, Steph's Day, we're making memories one dish at a time. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great night. Good night.